Monday's declaration by IEBC gave Uhuru Kenyatta a second term as Kenya's Commander-in-Chief of Kenya Defence Forces. But the credibility of his re-election has come into question, with a section of Kenyans branding the election a sham. Ahead of the repeat polls, Uhuru Kenyatta's main challenger in August, NASA's Raila Odinga, withdrew from the race to State House, maintaining that the electoral body had failed to level the playing field. IEBC conducted the fresh polls nevertheless, despite low voter turnout and protests from a number of regions. But the African Union Observer Mission says it's not in a position to ascertain whether the elections were credible or not.
There's no such thing, there's no objective something called credibility which we observe. So we say we observed credibility. That's a political determination that is made. We have said that it's a preliminary statement. We are going to prepare a final statement even on the fresh presidential election. And then we'll reflect on the matter of reflections that might need to, political determinations that might need to be made.
Observer missions from AU and EU faced criticism after they gave a clean bill of health on the August 8th polls, only for the Supreme Court to nullify the presidential election over irregularities and illegalities committed by IEBC. In the fresh polls, the electoral body kept shifting the figures of voters who turned out on the 26th of this month to vote, giving an indication that things were not adding up. AU observers this time appeared to be cautious and avoided making quick judgments, only choosing to advise NASA to seek legal redress.
If you ask me personally, I would say that in our case, as the African Union Election Observation Mission, that I think the people to make political determinations about this country's future would be the African Union.
The Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission postponed elections in 4 counties of Nyanza region: Kisumu, Homa Bay, Migori and Siaya counties. Now, this was after anti-IEBC protests in those regions intensified. The AU Observer Mission here claims that governors in those counties are to blame for the actions that were taken by the people.
These pronouncements contributed to actions taken by their supporters to prevent the IEBC from organizing the elections in these counties, thus preventing other citizens who would have liked to exercise their rights to vote from doing so.
The fresh presidential election was conducted on the 26th of October, and with IEBC declaring President Uhuru Kenyatta as the winner in that contest, the AU Election Observer Mission remained coy on the credibility of that election. Enock Sikolia, NTV, and the county of Nairobi.